Right, I cocked up on Friday's video. If you've not seen it, popping up now. I said I was going to make up the bed in this motorhome, and I never did. So I'm going to make up the bed because I've run out of time on Friday's video. I'm confused now, aren't I? So this week's video, or this Sunday video, is about prices and a sort of a little look at what I think is going to happen in 2025 to prices. Might be talking complete rubbish, but this is how I feel. Now, we said last year that the prices had just been falling, tumbling, and I didn't think we'd got an awful lot further to go. Turning back into, so we're not sort of turning into a big price crash, we're just turning back into a normal market, but we have seen that dramatic drop in the prices over this last 12 months, which, as I say, unfortunately, it's pretty much on the cards that there's going to be some fairly biggish dealers disappearing over the next probably 6 months. Now, I was a little bit wrong there because we ended up still dropping down quite a fair chunk even during last year, and I didn't think that we'd have dropped as far as what we actually did. But I think this year we've seen the big drops. I did a video sort of back end of last year where I was saying that when you look at prices, what they are now and how they've dropped over the last 2 years, we've got to that sort of level where we're back to 2019. We're actually below what the prices were back in 2019. So it sort of makes it feel and look as though we're back to about where we should be, and we're going to have a look round at some of the different caravans, at what you can actually now get for the price, and then if you let us know in the comments what you think that the vans were back in 2019. Obviously some of the vans will be a little bit newer, so they wouldn't have been produced in 2019, but one of the big factors for the last 2 years that has driven the prices down and made prices crash, basically, literally the bubble had burst. Somebody come along and popped the bubble, and I still blame manufacturers. I still stand by and I still blame the manufacturers for that happening, basically. If I don't turn the cushions over, everyone's going to know.
If you can't sleep with a big hole,
that one might not have to have the cushion turned over then. I've got some extra cushions at the back here.
I was going to say that was small.
I'm trying to talk, I've heard that before. I'm trying to talk and do all in one here, and I'm not very good at
multitasking.
So that goes there. So just a smaller little sort of, it's not a double bed, is it?
I was going to say, it's not adult sized, is it, that?
It's not. You can extend the front by going around with this, so this will go, trust me, it will go around. You probably needed to have done that first.
We've had this discussion so many times with motorhome beds, haven't we? They're a lot more complicated than caravan beds.
Oh gosh, so much more. But you can, with a bit of jiggery pokery, turn the seat round first, and that will make that bed a little bit longer. But for smaller kids, that's fine. The other thing that you can do with this is another really uncomfortable bed, is push these a little bit further together, little bit of a sort of foam in between there, and you could make another smaller little bed there for the kids. Or
you could just not take the kids with you and leave them at home.
Yeah, that'd probably be easy. Put them in a tent outside if they've got to come. They'll only come once, won't they?
Yeah.
Or instead of actually turning that seat all the way around, if you've got one long person and one short person, person sleeps this side, short person sleeps this side.
Yeah, true.
So there's normally always one bigger than the other, isn't there? You've normally got, there's not many times that you've got 2 6-foot people together. But yeah, where was I?
I don't know.
I've completely forgot where I was on prices. So, but yeah, basically I'd been blaming and said it was manufacturers where the issue was laying, and the reason for that is that they'd overproduced. They'd sort of tried to make up from COVID, so they'd produced realistically more than the market could handle.
So do you not think the motorhome manufacturers did the same? It was just the caravans?
No, it was similar with the motorhomes, and the motorhomes have done a similar sort of thing. Again, if you look at the prices on the motorhomes, they've come down from sort of 2 years ago. They've come down drastically. There's a lot more stuff now. You look at this at 43,995. This would have been sort of more. It would have been sort of selling for more than what it was brand new.
Right. Yeah.
So it's and again that same with the caravans, is that used caravans were selling more than what a brand new model was, because you couldn't get them. But obviously the market got flooded with all the brand new stuff. Dealers were then sort of, from 2023 to up until this last 12 months, been sat there with 2023 vans and 2024 vans that they couldn't sell. What do you do when you can't get rid of it? Discount them. It's just literally just try and get them out and gone and get the money back. And we've had the same thing with used vans, where we've had stuff where you've gone, oh blimey, we've had that 6 months now. We're actually having to sell that for what we give for it, or even actually lose a little bit. But if you don't move that stock on, it's either just going to be an ornament, or you're just going to end up losing more and more. So last year, again, we spoke a lot about sort of we'd been quite aggressive and trying to make sure that the vans that we'd got, we weren't out on price on. We were trying to be really competitive on pricing, and again that's still continuing through to this year. I think that we're going to probably be a little bit easier than what it was last year with buyers, but again we're still going to come up with the big issue of where people have bought in the last 3 years, what they paid for the van and what they're going to get in part exchange is massively different. But the only saving grace is that what they're actually buying again is going to be massively lower than what it was 2-3 years ago. So but that's probably still our biggest obstacle, is the part exchanges. So the people that have got vans, it's actually now making it where they go, yeah, okay, I can sort of see that I've lost a lot of money on my van in theory, but I'm now being able to buy something like we've got a coachman that's just come in. We're going to have a quick look at it. We looked at it on Friday. I'll find out what price it is actually in between. Look at the little table on the outside as well on that.
That's your outdoor cooking. You like a bit of outdoor cooking, don't you?
So this Coachman Arcadia, brand new, 2 years ago, because we're 2025 now.
Oh yeah.
30,850.
Right.
We're now at 22,995, and that's a really good price, to be fair. A lot of them out there are 24 grand.
I was going to say, it's not an awful lot to lose compared to a car, is it?
Well,
really?
I don't know. That's still 7 grand. Well, nearly
2
8
years,
grand.
Though.
And you've got a
4 grand
motor mover. So it's still you're still looking at 9 grand in 2 years. But that is about what it should be. That's the sort of depreciation that we should have, and on brand new. But that's why I feel that we've now actually returned back to the normal market. It's not that we're now going, oh, this is like 29 grand and you can get a brand new one at 31. We're back to that proper sort of loss in the market. So where it does now sort of make sense is anybody that's looked at a brand new one of these, or a 1 year old one, or even a 2 year old, and you go, bloody hell, that was 32 grand, it's now 23. Even if I've lost sort of 5 grand on my van in the last 12-18 months of what I bought it for, I'm still getting a bargain. I'm still getting a really good deal on what I'm buying for. So it's worth that sort of it's that trade-off, isn't it? And that's where I think that we've now come back to the normal sort of market. Anything less than that, and it's getting silly, because all that's happening is that just devalues everything else on the used market. So obviously as we come down in years, the prices need to come down, and we're there. I think we're sort of there when you look round. This is a lovely van, as I say, 2023 as new.
Yeah, it's like buying a new one almost, isn't it, that one?
Yeah. But that's where I feel that we're at the right level now. 32 grand or 31 grand, it's 23. We're at the right level. 10495 for 2013 that's green and needs a good wash.
I was trying to avoid putting that in
But 10495 for a 2013 family van again, about right. We're starting just to sort of get there, aren't we? 2022 19495, so brand new. 2022 would have been about 25 grand, so we're now 19495, so again we've got enough drop, I think, sort of, and that allows then a 2023 2024 to sort of drop in between in that price bracket, to fill up the gap. 2015, so again it gets a little bit harder as we go further back, but 15 grand. A 2013 10995, a little 2012 6995. It's a little two berth, so again a two berth market.
Quite a lot cheaper, isn't it?
Yeah, two berths have probably, the demand for the twos has been less than sort of your 4, 5, 6 berths. 5 and 6 berths again I think have sort of took a bit of a hammering, because families with the sort of the extra income available there, they've not really been there, so that's been a little bit slower. But again, I think that we're sort of starting to see now a return back with people, with the families, now that everyone knows where the budget is, what's happening, and sort of you can plan. Wages go up in April, so there's going to be a little bit more money there as well. So again, your family vans I think are going to pick up a little bit this year. 2022 19495, again these are similar sort of thing to the little Sprite. So again, this brand new in 2022 would have been about 26 grand. So again, a good save in there compared to what it was new, and that sort of gives us a good indication to that price is about right.
But also though, just sorry to interrupt, what would it be worth now as a brand new van?
So yeah, again, prices have gone up. I don't think they do the 6 anymore.
But
it's
difficult to tell.
And again, yeah, that's sort of the one thing, is that the sort of brand new price now again is even more than what it was back then. So 27.5.
Yeah.
For a 2025, and that was the base camp 4.
Yeah.
So the base camp 6 was slightly more. So again, you look at the price of the new and the used, there's the gap there now, where we didn't have that before, and I think we took this last 2 years sort of doing that. One big thing, we had a bit of a washout with the summer again last year, which didn't help. I think if we'd have had a really good summer, that would have put more people in the mindset of going, oh yeah, right, I'm really looking forward to a good summer again next year, and we're in a better frame of mind. So we didn't have a great summer, so that might just hold us back slightly. So it depends now this year how the start of the year goes, how Easter goes. For Easter's probably going to be our first big sort of away date where a lot of families, a lot of people get to go away. Obviously in between now and then as well, if more people are sort of going, we went and picked up that Coachman on New Year's Day, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the amount of caravans on the road,
there were loads.
And actually people away in vans, because we went to a caravan site to pick that one up, it was really busy.
It was mild, wasn't it, as well?
It was, yeah, it was okay. So I think that then sort of the caravan year, people aren't so worried about using it all the way through. So even though, yeah, we're getting the frosts and what have you, but it's still decent. It's not absolutely throwing it down with rain. Everywhere's not, I say everywhere's not boggy, but yeah, probably a lot of places are still quite a bit boggy, to be fair, but you can still get out and do things, which is the key. Whereas if it's absolutely hammering it down, the last thing that you want to do is then go, oh, I'll go out and enjoy it, sort of thing. Nice decent day, some nice trips away, and it puts everybody into a different frame of mind. We've got a smoke alarm battery beeping. So I think we've turned that corner. I think we've got over sort of, again, you look at the Elegance 32995, they're over £40,000. It's 2 years old. We've got the gap there now. I think there's, hopefully when people look at those prices and they go, bloody hell, I'm saving 8, 9, 10 grand on what a brand new one is for a 2-year-old van that's like brand new. Yeah, okay, I've lost a bit on mine, but so was that. So everything should be moved, and hopefully you should get a reasonable part exchange price. And again, that's another thing, is that I think trying to get a decent deal on the part exchange, again, it's difficult, because as a dealer you look at it and you go, well, I can only sell it out at that, so I can only give that for it. So there's only so far a dealer can sort of go, well, I can't give you retail for it, because if that's what I'm selling it for, I can't give you that for it because that's what I'm selling it for. I've got to have a profit margin here, I've got overheads, etc. But there's got to be a sort of a sense of sensibility there, where you sort of go, well, yeah, that's a sensible margin. The one thing that does happen on older caravans, believe it or not, we need a bigger margin on an older caravan, because our prep costs to get that older caravan through the workshops, fully warranted and all the rest of it, is going to be far higher than a newer caravan. But then again, on a newer caravan we've got more money, so again the price difference needs to be decent, because we've put out twice as much money. So it swings and roundabouts. But again, just having a shop round, trying to get as good a deal as that you can. I think we've turned the corner. I think we're just returning now back to a sort of normal couple of £100 every 3 months drop in the values, and probably over 12 months if we see £1,000, £1,500 from the retail value, and that'll then sort of come down, as I say, in the different years. And I think that's sort of what the spread that we're going to be looking at is, that I think we're going to be back to that sort of £1,000, £1,500 loss on the retail values between years, and in 12 months time this will probably be 30 grand. So more expensive vans are going to drop a little bit more, but
it's a percentage, isn't it?
Yeah. So hopefully that sort of, it's not been too much waffle, which I feel like it might have been, but hopefully there's been some proper sort of looking at real, well, this is what they were, this is what they are now. You can sort of see where I'm coming from. A lot of the 2023, 2024 brand new stock that was all sat there at the dealers, that's started to move now. So that's sort of cleared a lot of that out of the way. There's still going to be a few bits and bobs out there, but the big majority of that stock that was sat there, where dealers were having to sort of really give the stuff away to just get rid of it, and that's what sort of drove the used prices down. Because if you've got a 2023 and you're sort of going, oh well, that's 33 grand now, a 2022 is obviously worth less than that. You can't sell a 22 more than a 23, and that's part of what drove the prices sort of down. And again, that was the oversupply of the new. That's my feeling on it. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. A bit more sort of waffle, as I say, but I think 2025, I think we're seeing flat out on the prices. I think it's still going to be tough to get the part exchanges through, but I think there's more reason in there, and more sort of, as people get used to the prices now and sort of go, actually, yeah, they've flattened out, they've levelled out, now's the time to change. I think we'll see that more often. So fingers crossed, that's what we're hoping for, but we need that weather. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. A lot of waffle, as I say. Hit the subscribe button if you've liked it. Normal tips and what have you resume next week again. If you missed our Friday video, first one for this year, our Friday video with a few tips and a few look at a few different vans as well. So that should be popping up. If not, have a look on our list of vans or videos and you'll see those popping up there now. So thanks for watching on Mark at the Caravan Place. We'll see you next week.